Slight said he's heaven sent. Third person omnipotent. Great words, no difference. I don't rap, I make art. Bird need a race car. This ain't for the faint heart. Above clouds like Game Star. That's in my blood. That's in my blood.
Welcome back to the SLD podcast. This is episode number 33. I'm Brendan Austin Timberlake, your host. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow me at Slightlee Daily on all social media platforms. Man, we're here. It is Friday night. I got two guests with me. My second ever female guest, Ivy. Amari here, Discvple.
Yeah. What's up,
How are y'all feeling?
I'm feeling drunk. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
I'm
feeling good.
I'm
Feeling good. That's
good.
all
How
that
do you
matters.
get loose? It's a beautiful, it's almost a luxury at this point to kind of be drunk and chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stepping out the house. So tell me, what's your week been like?
You want to go first? Or you
Yeah,
wanna
go ahead.
Actually, go ahead. No,
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Go ahead, Ivy.
It's really just been like not much of anything. We've just been drinking and making food.
Hold on, cut your switch on real quick.
Switch it on. It's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're
Is
good.
it going? Okay,
yeah, you're
cool.
good.
Yeah, we've really just been like drinking and making food and chilling at the house. And it has been a luxury right now. It's been this thing that we've been talking about wanting for a really long time, and now it's finally here. So that's really
sure.
cool. Even though it's not
Yeah.
in the exact circumstances we wanted it, it's finally here, and that's really nice.
Amari, how are you feeling? How do you feel generally?
Honestly, at first, because I was one of the people, just because of my my job, I got laid off. You know, being a server and
At
shit.
Chewy's?
Yep. So I was kind of worried about that, but I had to file for unemployment and whatnot. I could get a job with like my mom right now.
Where's your mom work?
I don't know the exact name, but she's a nurse. At a not a hospital, but
A nursing home?
yeah, a nursing home.
But still, like, if shit really hit the fan, though, you could go get you some money.
oh yeah.
You know.
the thing that she was talking about, I think like secretary or treasurer or some shit.
Sure.
And it's like it starts off at like $14 an hour.
Hey.
All I gotta do is call,
Yeah.
pick up orders and
Hey,
stuff.
I'll be there 7 a.m., blah,
You
blah,
know,
blah. I won't be late. I won't call out.
I
Type
swear.
shit.
You know, easy peasy. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I did file for unemployment right now, just because that's what we were told to do right now. I'm not technically laid off. I'm furloughed.
So we will have a job.
So
once
what does
again
that mean
eventually.
exactly, though?
That means that I'm not actually laid off. It's just a temporary matter until all of this corona bullshit gets finished, and then our job will immediately hire us back, and we already have a spot, so like we don't have to go through.
So they were basically like, we'll get you back in a couple weeks.
Yes,
Okay.
whenever this shit gets
So
done.
what was y'all's exact positions?
We're both servers.
Y'all are both servers?
Yeah.
So are there any servers who are still working?
No, only to go. They have 3 to go people.
So what is it? Basically just kitchen people?
Kitchen and to go.
And
That's it. And
Damn.
the even 2 of our managers got laid off. Or
Damn.
furloughed, rather. Yeah,
so has anyone at Chewy's actually been straight up fired?
no.
Not to my knowledge, yeah, no.
No.
Well, that's good though. I mean, so I work in warehousing, so
Oh, that ain't about to stop.
I could no, absolutely not. And I work at all right, so we distribute to truck stops, TAs. You know what I'm talking about? That you're driving on the interstate, you see the TA
The-
logo.
yeah.
So we stock those. You know what I'm saying?
shit.
So we ain't going nowhere.
No.
Hell
Which
no.
Because
actually
gas stations are very essential.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like say a trucker, he's like wanting to take a shower or wanting to go get some chips or a drink or something, he's going to stop at a TA. Whether that be Chewy's truck or Starbucks or Kroger or anyone, like, you know. And honestly, I didn't realize how quote unquote essential my work was until now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes
And like,
perfect
dude,
sense.
I pick orders. I'll move pallets on the equipment. Like, when you're in the middle of it, you're like, oh my God, this is bullshit. But right now I'm kind of like, damn, like, you know, I got a job,
Yeah.
you know, like
Definitely
I'm
be
making some
thankful.
money.
Yeah, it's straight.
So, I mean, I feel really, so my girlfriend, Mylena, she's not working right now, but she's still getting paid for her work. And I can't imagine what it would be like to not be working and not be getting paid.
Oh, not be working
and not be getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, heard.
I can't imagine how that like that. I would be so stressed out.
I was stressed out. They saw my whole attitude change for a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, fuck me.
Well,
Rent's
where do y'all live approximately in
Like
Murfreesboro?
2 minutes away from Chewy's. Deadass.
Okay.
On the maps, it's like 3.
Are y'all
Like
in an
right off of
apartment?
Memorial, like
No, we're in a
in that
house.
space.
Okay.
Yeah. You know where the Boys and Girls Club is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Right,
proximate
right.
to that. Yeah.
Very, like right across the street.
I mean, damn, and it comes to this point. As a landlord, are you gonna give your tenants a rent? What do you call it? You know, a rent
Like a break.
like a break. But at the same time, think about the landlord. He's broke too.
broke
He
too.
broke too.
Because people can't pay him right now. That just
Exact-
shows like the error in our system.
But the money is like you thinking from like as the one who is living in the house as the tenant, we would like a break. But also look at it from the landlord's perspective.
You can
That money
understand
is
both
coming
sides of
out.
that
That
coin.
money is still coming out of his pocket.
And think
regardless.
about he's got to pay someone as well. Think about if he's still paying that mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah, you might feel some kind of angst toward your landlord. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's still paying the bank. You know. So who does that fall back? He's in the same boat as you. You know.
unless it's paid off.
Unless
paid
it's
off.
something like
Which
a
you don't
property
really.
he
We don't. I
owns.
don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know.
I can't speak to that like reality because it's not a truth that I know.
True.
Exactly.
So, I mean, do you guys plan on like going out and searching for some like part-time work in the next couple weeks, or are you guys just kind of waiting it out?
So I still kind of have a job because I
Sure.
work. I go to MTSU. I work there still. I work as a tutor for MTSU. And
What like department?
writing. That's the thing that
Okay.
I do, and I'm very thankful for that because
You're
right
still
now,
getting some kind of money.
yeah,
for that?
they've like transferred it to an online platform, and they're paying us double time right now,
Oh,
just
that's
because they
cool.
know a lot of us. That was our second job, and they
Yeah.
know most of us did work in food. Most of us worked within industries in which like we were laid off, we were furloughed, we were
Yeah.
put in these positions where we're not making that money that we were making. So they're trying to make up for it. We're not going to see that money until May, which does kind of suck, but
it'll add
it's coming.
up.
It's coming eventually.
Yeah, it'll
And so
add
like
up.
the fact that it is coming like gives me some ease, some peace of mind that one day I will have this thing eventually
Yeah.
that can help pick up the pieces that are falling right now.
Well, look, let me say this. All right, we're in March. You already paid your rent for March, right? No?
Wait.
Not-
March. Wait.
Today,
month.
we're in March.
Oh,
so
yes,
last month.
yes, yes.
So
Next month, April's the one coming.
so
Yes.
in her situation, she's not getting her money till May. So if you can somehow find the money for April, you know, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
And
there'll
then
be a way
once
to, like,
May
do this
comes,
thing.
like you'll be fine. You know,
Yeah.
don't be so like caught up in the like. I don't know. It's hard to explain because like
No,
people,
no,
you
I
know what
know-
I'm
I know-
saying?
I know exactly
Like
what
you'll
you mean.
find a way.
Yeah, there's
know?
like no
Does that
fear
make
right
sense?
now.
The universe
Don't be-
always provides a way.
Precisely. And bro, elaborate on that, Amari. Give me so you know we've kind of elaborated on this physical stuff.
Yeah.
As far as like you know how it's affecting us physically, but like how has it been affecting you mentally or spiritually?
Honestly, me personally,
Yeah.
I let it affect my
Because there's a shift. I mean, like I don't
No,
know what
no,
it
there's
is,
a-
man, and I'm
yeah.
not gonna sit here and act like I'm Gandhi. There's some like you know there's like
something going on.
there's like something in the
Something
stars or
going
whatever
on.
you want to call it. You can
Yes.
worship whoever, but like something weird's going on right now.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I think honestly, I think it's, and I am a big conspiracy person. I think right now what's going on is, so I'm not gonna give no names or anything like that. But like this new world order shit, a lot of people don't believe in it. A lot of people believe that that's a conspiracy, but it's not. Some people in my family who are cops, they've literally gotten like
Pause.
emails.
Let me pause you
Yeah.
right there. Who in your family? Like, what is
I
my
didn't
cousin?
want. I didn't want to say.
Okay, okay.
Like you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Just because
my
like,
cousin,
he's
my
telling me
first cousin
shit that
used
I
to be a cop.
Yeah.
Like my cousin who was my age used to be a cop. He's not anymore.
Yeah.
But
I'm
continue. Continue. Yeah.
Oh no, you're good.
Keep going.
No, I just people in my family have been talking about shit and like the new world order and shit all of my life, and the people in my family that are cops. They've even talked about like getting emails from like the FBI and shit like that, and like they're working on a one world police force. Think about that, a one world police force. So people may not, and even think like even this corona shit. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't exist. The coronavirus is pretty much always exists there, at least for how we know.
There have been different strains of it over time, and this is just one that is different that we have never seen before.
But I do feel like that shit was made in the lab. Thank you, Bill Gates. My fucking hand is swollen because I got drunk as fuck last night and punched the wall. Cause
dude, tell me about that.
Bill Gates.
Tell
Agenda
me
21. You want me to talk about that?
No, tell me about your story last night.
I got drunk as fuck and started talking about the coronavirus and the elitists and how
because Wuhan and the like.
Yeah, then like
the testing facility that exists there, and the research facility
which is
that
funded
is there.
by Bill Gates. Go on TED Talks. This man has talked about he believes in population control, and he even this is not a conspiracy theory. This came from his mouth. Population.
Came from YouTube.
Bruh.
TED Talks.
Bruh, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? This man was talking about population control, and one of the things that he said, and no, I do not fuck what anybody else thinks, sorry, but no, I do not believe in getting a vaccine whatsoever.
Really?
No, I do
Why
not.
Why are you an anti-vaxxer?
Because I've even watched videos, and no, that has nothing to do with it. Well, it does partly, I guess, but I don't.
Are you completely anti-vaccine?
I am completely anti.
What about polio?
Vaccine. I honestly, what I believe that the people should do is get your fucking immune systems up. We see, look, us as the American people, and not just the American people all over the world. We like to consume things that's not necessarily good for our body just because it tastes good, or just because it's this, or just because it's that, and it's not good for our body. People would rather go to the doctor, take a shot, take some pill that the doctor says is good for them, that you don't even know what the fuck you're putting in your body.
Sure.
And I've even watched documentaries about people with actual PhDs and shit like that who and if you have anything, like if you on the opposite side, like, you know what I'm saying, like, get at me, you know what I'm saying. But I'm inherently
I'm a vaxxer, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because back in the, I mean, I might be wrong, 20s or 30s, when polio was,
measles, the black plague,
bro,
all of that shit.
The polio vaccine literally cured motherfuckers of polio. You know,
it did save lives in that moment.
But do you know what's in your vaccines though?
Right.
Have you ever been to the CDC website and actually
no,
looked up
bro? I know, bro. It's all these irons and chemicals and whatnot.
Shit from like aborted children and also fucking cows and shit like
stem
that.
cells and shit.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't think. I'm not gonna. Nothing in me has ever said that the shit doesn't work.
Let me ask you this: when was the last time you had the flu?
The flu? Honestly, honestly, I'm gonna be real.
Tell me, bro.
Honestly, I think I already had the coronavirus.
I think I did too.
Yeah, because people were in no.
I was sick 2 weeks ago.
Really? I was sick for like, when was I sick? What was that? January, February?
Yeah, it was like the beginning of January, like sometime in January. Like you were sick as fuck for a minute, like hurting as hell.
Yeah, I've never been in such pain in my life. Like,
I think, look, man, let me tell you this. All right.
we got some deep ass shit.
No, bro,
right,
we got 45 whole minutes. We got longer than this, but look, man. I was sick about 3 weeks ago, okay?
Yeah.
I have a pretty strong immune system. I'm healthy. I don't drink Coke or none of that bullshit. I drink this. I have a few Bud Lights and some liquor. I don't smoke. I used to smoke pot all the time. I don't smoke anymore. But, dude, I got sick. Bro, like my nose was like drip, which that's not necessarily a symptom, quote unquote, of this. But I got really sick like 3 weeks ago, and like, my chest was like hurting really bad,
upper respiratory
and like
shit.
I wasn't coughing.
And that's one of the big deals is like that upper respiratory.
Yeah, I was sick for like 4 days, and then I bounced back.
Yeah,
and then next thing I know, the end of that week, bro, you know, they're starting this shelter at home shit, and I was like, damn, like I really fought that shit off, and now, I mean, I feel good, bro. I'm taking first of all, I take a men's multivitamin as is, and now on top of that, I'm taking vitamin C, 500 milligrams. I'm taking 1,000
Oh
milligrams.
yeah,
Get some,
1,000 milligram vitamin C emergency. Like fuck it up.
Yeah.
Get some turmeric.
No, like-
Shout out to my boy Gabe.
No, turmeric and
Gabe.
garlic. I cook, so I don't eat fast food. I cook almost every day. I cook every day.
Yeah.
I sprinkle some turmeric and I put garlic in my shit every
Yeah.
day because that kills a virus.
And it like really ups your immunity.
Yes.
The world gives us the things that we need. Honestly, like the universe has provided us.
Yes, I was about to say not necessarily the
Yeah,
world. The
but
world
the
gives
universe
us bullshit.
The universe has provided us with a lot of the necessary tools we need in order to survive, in order to do the things that we need to do. So
Yes.
So I had Psalms on here last weekend. You know Psalms, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So I said this on the podcast I had with them, but I want you guys to react to this. So I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and they basically blah blah blah. They were talking about how it was the virus was affecting them, blah blah blah. One thing came to another, and the guest he had on, his name escapes me, but the guest he had on was saying basically, what if this virus is, all right, now follow me here. The analogy, say you're in a forest and the grass grows too tall. The bugs are going to come eat that grass. The birds are going to come eat that grass.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Nature.
Yes.
Basically, long story short.
Yes.
What if this virus is, saying, hey, humans, you guys are fucking the nature, like
Fucking
Mother
fucking
Nature
Yeah.
up.
You fucking us
yeah,
up.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you guys
Absolutely.
think about that?
it makes a whole lot of sense.
It's literally microbes who are saying, hey, like, you guys are fucking us up.
Have you like seen all
the
this stuff about like
balance.
how the world has
Have
reacted
been-
to this?
oh,
Like
yes.
Italy,
Yes.
the waters have never been clearer.
Dolphins
In-
are coming up to
Yeah.
and fucking
Whoa,
In
where
China,
y'all
the air,
been?
So
like
really in Italy, like,
the air
fuck?
pollution has never been lower than what it is right now.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they're in this like time of they're in a cured stage right now. Not cured completely, but
Curing.
yeah,
Shit.
everyone is like coming back from this space right now, and their air is so much clearer than it ever has been, and
So,
that's incredible.
What? Honestly, so I was watching this video, which does not make it true whatsoever.
Sure.
But it's got my mind working.
But
you know?
at least, yeah.
It's got my mind working.
That's let me pause you there. At least
Yes, sir.
the fact that you think that, you're like, wait, no, it could not be true, but let me just infer. Let me just gather let me think.
Take
and
these
that-
truths
see-
that they are giving and like
Yeah.
make my own out of that.
Sure.
So
yeah, keep going.
Yeah, no. So like and I don't know. I don't really know how viruses work, but I do have a friend who has I got you. Who has she's in college right now. She's taking biology and she's learned about viruses and shit like that. And appreciate that. And she's been talking about, and this wasn't from, she hit me up because I posted this certain video from this doctor who was talking about, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm more of a fact person, 0110 blah blah blah, whatever shit that is like finite, definite.
Sure.
And he was talking about like just how viruses actually work and how this coronavirus has been acting and shit like that or whatever. And he was saying that he thinks that it has been modified. Now, taking into consideration, we have always had the human coronavirus.
Yeah,
like, even
SARS.
on the, you know what I'm saying? Even
On
like,
the back
have
of
you
that
seen
Lysol
the thing,
package?
Lysol, fucking all of that
I
shit.
saw
It
that,
literally- yeah, little shit like that. And even my friend hit me up after I posted that video. My friend hit me up who's taking biology right now, and she was talking about, I am in biology right now, and the way that this virus is acting and behaving is not how a natural born virus
Like
actually
lives
acts.
for 2 weeks on surface.
Without
me?
showing
Like,
a symptom.
you feel
like,
me?
on a surface, yeah, can live and exist in that space.
And which is why I was bringing up
Yeah.
Bill Gates, bitch ass. I hope you watch this.
Hey,
I'll fuck you, bro.
I got an Xbox in that other room right there, man. I should throw that shit out.
Hell
huh?
no, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say all that. You know what I'm saying?
But Microsoft,
I know. We can still use things. You know what I'm saying? It's just about
But it's
the way that
perpetuation
you.
of that.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
I
But
feel-
but
I
that's
understand.
why. But like even the thing in which brings me back to the original topic, what I was talking about Bill Gates and him. from his mouth saying that there's like believing in population control through vaccines and shit like that. He's also talked about pandemics and shit like that, and like that's the thing that'll probably like wipe out a lot of people and shit like that.
Well,
then
it's
you come to
happened
find
before.
out it has,
The
but then
bubonic plague.
But we haven't had a good pandemic
then,
in a minute.
But then again,
Yeah.
but then you look at who's funding this facility in Wuhan, that the research facility. Guess who it is? Bill Gates, bitch ass. Which does not mean a thing. I will say that.
Look, I would call myself a conspiracy theorist in a way, but I've seen evidence on what backing what you just said, but I've also seen evidence that says, hey, that's actually not true. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like that whole
There will be
Wuhan
evidence,
shit, bro.
There will be evidence on both sides of
For
whatever
sure.
that you look into, you know.
All right, now let's just get into this. So, all right, we're in 2020. It's an election year. The Democrats really don't like Donald Trump. Okay, that's fact. What if? All right, I'm just stirring conversation, but what if this virus really isn't as bad as we think, and the Democrats are really just trying to make Donald Trump look as bad as they can?
He makes himself look bad in a lot of this. He's done a lot.
That's not the question that he asking.
I know,
Answer the
but
question.
No,
that's
answer the
my
question.
answer right now.
Listen,
Is
I don't think this is
all right,
as bad as they
so
say it is.
listen to the question. Just step into these shoes. Step into the virus is not as bad as you think shoes. All right. So we're in this world. Do you see what I'm saying? What if it's not as bad as we think, and the Democrats are like, no, fuck you, Donald Trump. We want to make you look as bad as you can. So we're going to put everyone in danger. We're going to make everyone panic and make you look as bad as we can. How does that feel to you? Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you. I'm
Sure.
I'm gonna be Dr. Phil.
Go ahead.
Oh, you look like you're about to say.
I was just gonna say,
No,
like,
go
go
ahead.
beyond just the Democrats. Like, think about, at the end of the day, what if it is just like all of these world leaders coming together and being like, hey, what could we do to make ourselves like rise above even higher than what we already are? What could we do to like break this class barrier even farther apart than what it already is? And could that be a possibility? Could that be all of these really loud, important voices in this space coming together to just be like, hey, let's break this class divide farther. Let's push these small people down to become even smaller, and we will become even bigger in this time and space.
That's a really good thought. I just wanted to ask you guys because I'm really on the fence, because I see a lot of evidence that says that this is gonna wipe out millions of people and like we're all gonna fucking die. And I also see some evidence where I'm like, well, actually, we kind of have this under control. Does that, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yes.
when you look at
Yes.
like
And
cities like New York has over half the cases that the entire country
yeah,
has.
yeah.
And they're on complete lockdown. My mom lives in New York right now.
What
Isn't-
part?
isn't-
like,
She lives in New York City,
straight
Brooklyn.
up
Isn't
Yeah.
lockdown?
New York? Doesn't New York right now have more cases than China?
No,
had?
no,
Almost. They're really close. They
the
have
U.S. We have the most cases worldwide.
ever. But they have 37,000 cases currently. They have turned all the stadiums into hospitals currently. They're on lockdown. They cannot leave their homes unless it is to get food, to go to the doctor, or pick up medicine, or to go on like a solitary like run or walk
Let
their
me
dog.
ask you-
That's what I think.
Let me ask you this: what is talking to your mom? The last time you talked to your mom, what was something she said? Like, how was what's her mind state?
One of the
like?
craziest things she told me. So my mom, her dog is sick right now, and her dog is like really sick. She's in kidney failure, all this other bullshit, blah blah blah. But she said that all of these businesses are still open, quote unquote, technically. But she had to call the vet, tell them like what was wrong with her dog, and they took her credit card payment over the phone, would not like allow her to come in. If there was anything wrong with an actual pet, they had to drop the pet off at the door. The vet had to come outside, pick it up, bring it inside. They could not be in there, do anything.
Yeah.
And if they like had to pick up medicine, she paid over the phone and they brought that shit outside, set it on the bench, and they had to just come pick it up off the bench outside. Like,
Sure.
there's no human contact going on in that space. And that's just so beyond me right now. Like, that shit sounds so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it does. So let me ask you guys. All right. follow me back here. We're in a time machine. We're going back to 2009. Okay,
Dream come true.
the H1N1 swine flu is outbreaking right now. It killed 12,000 Americans. It infected over 500,000 of us. It took Obama 6 months to declare a state of emergency. Why did we not have this panic back then?
It took us 3 months to do the state of emergency now.
But not 6.
Honestly,
True.
Who fucking knows? Look, this is my biggest thing. This is my biggest thing.
Social media has a lot to do with that.
Yes, it does.
But what were you saying, though?
It's my biggest thing is okay. So on some conspiracy shit, I think that this shit is just being used so that way we can declare martial law. That's where we're going. Even my dad told me. I talked to my dad yesterday or the day before, and they just deployed. They've been deploying
National Guard is in Tennessee, bro.
It's all over the place.
They just deployed National. Now think about that. So let's say that this is being blown out of proportion.
And I think it is personally.
I do.
But
I
keep
definitely
going.
think.
Keep
Yes,
going.
I think it's being blown out of proportion so that way they could do this shit. Now think about the stock market. Think about all of this shit. Think about our economy.
Oh my God, there have been so many stock
Bro,
market bailouts.
You feel me? This would be the perfect case in order for the government, especially if we're on some conspiracy theory shit and we're talking about the New World Order. This would be the perfect case in order to start having people first of
those letters that
what was the thing on the fucking Simpsons? They literally made an episode about I think they had like all of the presidents or whatever the fuck it and one of the things on there was create a fake
pandemic,
create a fake
virus.
no not even create a fake crisis.
Yes, in
crisis.
order to
Create
like
a fake
create
crisis.
panic within the nation
And
or
then-
the nations of all
and
people.
then
honestly, yeah.
then where do you go from there? Then you can start doing things like this, the martial law,
for
because
sure.
people are like, oh shit, we need to stay in our houses, and then when we don't start staying in our houses, then boom, the National Guard get deployed and
And,
shit like
like,
that,
our
and then
friends
from
just
there it
got
just
letters.
goes on and
They just
on
got letters
and
in the
on.
mail saying like to prove that they are essential workers, to prove that they are important in case they get stopped. Like your mom was just talking about that to me today. She told me about the letter that she got.
What'd she say?
She told me about the letter that she
Sorry,
got because she works in a nursing home to prove
Yeah.
that she is an essential worker in case she gets stopped by the
And this is
National
in
Guard on her way
Tennessee?
home from work.
This is in Tennessee?
Yeah.
This bro,
I
this
haven't
is-
got anything like that.
I have not, and
necessarily.
I hope I don't.
I mean,
Well,
Fuck
you
the
don't have a
government.
job.
Sorry.
well, look, let me tell you this though, man. What if Trump is trying to fight this though? what if- what if the
let me
Trump
ask you on this.
administration-
Are you a Trump supporter? And that doesn't.
I'm not. I didn't vote for that man.
I mean, regardless,
I
was-
voted
was
in the
just-
last
I was just-
election.
Okay, so you're just playing
Okay.
devil's advocate right now.
I am, but I'm also trying to be logical.
To just like
okay,
pick apart
yes.
to like figure out
I'm
like
trying
get
to
that
really
root, that
get
base.
because, like, to be honest, I really think Donald Trump is doing an alright job with handling this. And
As
that's
of
just
right
my
now, like
opinion.
I am proud of how our nation
I'm
is
not a
handling
Trump
it
supporter.
currently. I wish we would have started a little bit earlier because
Sure.
the first case in the United States occurred on January 19th.
Yeah.
It is now March 27th.
Yeah,
And
and we
why?
have the most.
Yeah.
Or
why?
the supposed.
Well,
The,
but-
the
The
supposed.
first case in Washington State.
I'm saying. I'm
Supposedly,
just saying
yes, I
supposed
heard-
because
You're a devil's advocate, but like, why didn't we on that first case like start to try to put some of this in place?
Well,
Start to do some of this.
true.
Well, I mean,
You're right.
But then again, you know what I'm saying. You don't know
Because
like,
you don't know what it's going to end up being.
Exactly,
You don't,
so,
you
like, you
don't want to
can't-
end up hurting the economy more than you have to.
Yeah,
So I understand that like waiting process, but
human lives, economy. What
Yeah.
Well, also think about
But
this
does our
though.
government give a
What?
fuck?
What'd you say?
I said, but does our government actually give a fuck about
Right.
us? But that's go ahead.
Well, like that's
Next
kind
conversation.
of what I'm saying though. That's kind of what I'm saying though. Is I feel, I don't know what it is, man. Something in my spirit is telling me that this administration, our government, actually kind of does give a fuck. I don't know what it is, man.
I will say
It's
some of the
something-
people I've been. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I
It's
keep cutting you
something I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, but I feel like the way that, and when I say Trump, dude, it's a whole gang of people. It's not just that.
Just Trump.
It's
yeah,
not
you
he's
just
not
gotta-
that
the
guy
only
with
voice
the
that stands
yes,
alone.
yes,
He has
yes,
all
and
these other voices.
It's not
like,
just that guy with the
aiding-
spray tan.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like,
and even though I don't really fuck with Trump. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like
don't,
I feel
but-
like he's all right. He's in these meetings
Mhm.
at 8 a.m. or whatever, and he's like, "All right, doctors, what do y'all think?" And they're like, "This, we should do this." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go
For a minute,
Let me
he
crack
didn't
my back
listen.
and go
For
tell
a
him.
minute, he did not listen to those spaces and those places.
Yeah, you're right.
And I like wish he would have listened a little bit more to
sure.
those like really loud and important voices instead of saying like, "Oh, this is just
It's
another
a
flu."
hoax. No, he
This
said
is just,
it was
like
the
bullshit.
hoax.
Yeah, he basically said it was
He
bullshit
did.
for a
No,
very
he
long
literally
time.
said, "This is a hoax. We've got it under control."
Well, it
exact
sounds,
tone of voice.
but it sounds like both of y'all are playing devil's advocate right now. Especially if we're talking about the way that we've been arguing right now.
Yeah.
And thinking about like just saying how we were
saying that it is
not necessarily a hoax.
because it is
Because
a reality. It is a
reality.
truth. Like you
But
can't
blowing
not
it
look
out
at the
of
deaths that have
proportion.
happened.
If you want to think about it as a hoax on that end, yes, I think this.
What do you think is worse, though? The panic in the people or the virus itself?
The
Okay.
fucking panic in the
Wait,
people.
Okay, but listen. So I was like reading this thing the other day, and again, it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean that it like is a reality. It doesn't mean that it is like 100% fact. But I was reading this thing the other day, and it said if we left this thing undone, like if we didn't touch it, if we decided to just hands off, nobody give a shit. At the end of the day, if the entire world decided to live in that way just because of how this virus is spreading, because of, again, it could be this, like, I'm not going to get into all the shit, but at the end of the day, the death toll would be that of, I believe it said like 14 Holocausts, and that shit blows my entire fucking mind.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because isn't
no one did a fucking thing, if no one did anything
aren't we
at the
working
fuck all.
Aren't we working on vaccines? But
It
aren't we
will
working?
take 18 months to do that
Exactly.
vaccine.
So
because you have to think about the long-term
so if
effects
we-
of what that vaccine is.
Okay, then exactly my point.
Literally,
So
3
take
vaccines
that.
were just
So
figured
take
out
that.
last week. 3 different companies figured out a vaccine
That
last
we
week.
cannot deploy until
They just
18
stuck
months
it
from
into
now.
a person.
Until we test it.
They tested it on
We
a
have to test it
with
first.
the FDA approval. Shot that shit into a person without doing any animal testing, without doing any testing on any kind of thing. They shot it directly into a person, not knowing what is going to happen, and they have to wait 14 months to see, is that person going to fucking die eventually because of this shit?
Exactly my point.
You don't know if someone's going to
Well,
fucking
Amari,
die because
but no,
of that.
but that's my point. That's my point. You just. What did you just?
Well,
say?
listen, Amari. Let me
Yes.
ask you
Yes,
this,
sir.
though. Let me ask you this.
Oh.
So, do you recognize that COVID-19 is a real thing?
I do recognize it.
Do you recognize that there could be a cure?
Yes.
So you recognize
Yes.
that vaccines are real?
No. Yes. No, I
Like,
wasn't
do you see what I'm
coming
saying?
on that until part the
How do you-
vaccine part.
well, let me-
I wasn't talking about on the
All right,
vaccine.
I asked you
end.
that question for the next one.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that do you think that a vaccine could stop this panic in the fucking earth?
I do. Ooh.
I again, even though I do not believe in using
Sure,
vaccines.
but for now, I'm talking about
no,
this.
not just now.
But
I
whatever
believe
you
for the
said.
people.
No. Even though I personally do not believe in using vaccines, I will never say that vaccines have not worked. Never will I say that. Never will I say that. But if you want to get to the gist of things, I believe that people need to take better fucking care of themselves. Just like the Black Plague and shit like that. All of that shit was started because of insanity.
Yeah.
People, you know what I'm saying?
Came from rats, which came from fleas,
which you know what I'm saying?
Killed
People need
fucking quarter of the earth.
Yes. People need to take better care of themselves.
But I
People
do
need to
believe,
take better
like,
care of
the
their-
initiation of a
Wait,
vaccine.
Hold on, ma'am.
Do your
Hold on,
thing.
ma'am.
Do your thing.
But keep that thought.
I have it in my head. It's not going
Yes, ma'am.
anywhere.
Yes, ma'am. My biggest thing about this, and to go back to what you were saying, if we did not take any blah 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 blah,
Any
this
kind
will
of precaution, any kind of thing. Like if we just
not
were
the
like,
precaution. I'm not going to talk
no,
about the precaution.
that was the thing that
Precaution
I was
is
talking
okay.
about. If we
No,
didn't
no.
do anything, if everyone just continued to live the way that they did, no fucking difference in the world. That was what I was talking about.
Precaution is okay, but I just want you to really think about it. What it is that you're saying, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they got this. So they have this vaccine, and again, it's not about the vaccine itself. They have this vaccine that is not going to. We can't, even though they have administered tests. Okay, which I did not know.
They have.
Yes, which I did not
For the
know.
last
It was
I
just
learned
like last
something.
week.
I learned-
Yeah.
yeah, I learned something.
It's
today.
fresh. It's new.
Yes, but this is not going to. It's not going to be able to be given until what?
About 18 months, so a year and a half.
okay.
That's the
all right.
long term.
Long term. Okay, so just think about this. First of all, you got to look at the human body. What have we always done? Evolved. Adapted.
Our immune
Adapt or
system-
die. That's the
Now, we was
that's
just talking about
biological
now-
truth is
survival of-
adapt or die.
now
Survival of the fittest.
Now we were just talking about both of us think that we've already had it, and yet here we are today.
Yeah.
Here we are today.
But that's
Okay.
the thing. It's like
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
Here we are today. If that shit is taking that long, think about if most of our population does get counted out, does get wiped out. That shit ain't helping us right now, cuz.
I wonder-
Now, what do we need to do? Just like I was saying, take care of your goddamn self. That's not that
Yeah.
hard, bro.
Take
That's
your
not
supplements,
that hard.
eat
Now,
But, like-
look,
vegetables.
now y'all see me.
We're
I'm
not
over here
taking
Just like
care of
drinking-
ourselves.
I'm over
chilling.
here drinking.
We're not taking care
I
of
smoke.
ourselves.
You see me hitting this vape. This shit is not good for you.
no, absolutely not.
This shit's not good for you. Look up fucking Dr. Sebi. Have you ever researched Dr.
He
Sebi?
cured AIDS, diabetes, everything.
HIV,
And then was just
cancer,
wiped
and
out.
and
All
wiped
that.
out. Why?
Herbs,
Because he had the answers.
Herbs, yes. And why?
He cured it. He went to the Supreme Court and won.
And one. Yeah. Now
He
think
went to
about
the
that
Supreme Court and fucking won. They were like, you know what? Fuck.
shit. We can't hold anything on
We
him
can't
because he's not
monetize this
using
because he's
You
using
know,
earthly things that we
earthly
can just
things
fucking pick out
that
of the
don't
goddamn
have a-
ground.
That don't have.
You
a
know
fucking,
why he won?
They don't have a
Because-
price tag.
You're right. He used things from ancient texts like the Bible. He literally used
I'm
things.
about to leave this. I swear to
No,
God.
like he
No,
did.
I know.
He
That's what I'm
he
saying.
used the Bible against the Supreme Court, and they were like, "Fuck."
In a nation that stands under God.
Under God.
No, like
now
there was
think about that.
now quote me. I mean, I'm definitely gonna butcher this, but he
Paraphrasing.
used I'm paraphrasing, but he used a Bible verse that was saying basically like the herbs of the land is used to heal the nations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Things are
Forever
gonna come
and
back
ever.
in a full circle, bro. We went from
It's a
using
cycle.
herbs. We went from using herbs, witch doctors and shit like that, into those. That's evil. That's evil. You feel me? That's evil.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna push these pills. We're gonna push these shots that nobody really knows, and that's why I was bringing up earlier. Even those, I watched that fucking documentary about those people with PhDs, and they don't even know what the fuck that they're putting in our bodies. My bad. And they don't even know what the fuck they're putting in our bodies. But
No, they
yet,
don't.
But yet they were even talking about nutrition and how they only had in all of their classes, you got to do 8 years to be a PhD. They only had like one class on nutrition.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
think about this, Amari. Though, would you want a fucking surgeon who just did 2 years in Motlow?
No,
Cutting
no,
your
no,
heart
no, no,
open.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
like for real, think about it.
I
Absolutely
wasn't
not.
talking about
I
that.
wouldn't.
I wasn't
But
talking
like
about
the
that. I'm
nutrition
talking about the
aspect is
nutrition.
very
No, I
like,
know what you're
equally
saying.
important
They
too.
should
But think-
definitely learn more about nutrition.
I know what you're
because this-
saying.
even if you look it up on Google, your Google says that your stomach is your second brain. This is just what controls shit. But this, if you don't got this shit in check,
Yeah.
you shit.
And we be eating hot Cheetos and
Hot
drinking
bro,
beer.
I was just eating some
Hot
hot
Cheetos
Cheetos
and just some
yesterday.
dumb shit,
You feel
yeah.
me? You feel me?
And we be eating hot Cheetos and drinking beer.
you feel
and
me? The shit that's good does not mean that it's good for us.
Like you always
And
say,
again, Dr.
the
Sebi,
like
bro.
difference between eating to live and living to eat.
Look, let me tell this. Let me say this to everyone who's listening or watching this
They probably like, what the fuck?
at Slightly Daily. Listen, you guys, I don't care how old you are. I cook dinner for myself
same.
every single day. Dead ass. Stop fucking eating fast food.
Me and my roommate Nicole, like we cook dinner
with Taco
every
Bell.
single night.
Fuck fast food.
Fuck
bro.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell? No.
Fuck Taco Bell. We can make that shit at home and
Dog,
even better.
you know what Taco Bell comes in? What do you
Fucking
be getting?
prepackaged
I mean,
bullshit.
I'm vegetarian. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you eat at Taco Bell?
like a
Black bean
7-layer
quesadillas?
burrito?
it comes in a frozen bag of beans.
that they just put in some water.
They just put that shit in some hot water, and they were
and
like,
they're like, done.
yeah, and they were like, here, let me get a scoop. Yeah, that looks good.
That shit's ugly.
No, bro.
I'm feeling attacked.
So
I'm playing.
Let's grow our own beans and do that same shit.
exactly.
We actually we just got 2 plants and we're
So-
actually going to
Yeah,
start.
we're starting
cool.
some garden
Mm-hmm.
shit just to like know
Yeah.
where our food comes from, know what's going on, because that's the
But where do
safest
the beans
bet.
come from?
I wish
Bro,
I
you
knew.
know, bro,
I'm
you know
just
what?
playing.
No. So I just found this out the other day. Even like rice, right?
Rice is poison. You know, Dr. Sebi said rice and beans is poison.
It depends on the rice. Wild rice is the only natural rice. Everything else
because
is
everything
a
is
hybrid.
stripped.
White and
everything else
brown?
has gone
White
through.
and brown, especially white rice.
Beans are-
bleached.
Oh, white
It's
rice.
bleached.
Yeah.
Anything bleached is not good for the human
Dr.
body.
Sebi said rice and beans is poison.
I actually have a thing on my fucking phone. I saved this picture. It's everything that is Dr. Sebi approved. Period. Point blank.
All
Which I
right,
don't go
so
by.
fuck this virus shit. Let's talk about something else, man. What else has been like, tickling your fancy? What else has been, like I know that it's look. All right, let me just give me a minute. All right, let me step on my soapbox here.
Mhm.
I know.
Actually, hey, while y'all do this, honestly, I'm about to
Go pee?
Yes.
All right, let me
gonna hit
give
that
my
up for you.
monologue right here. So, all right, all you viewers out there, I don't have a large following. I'll get 50, maybe 60 views on my shit. Not yet. but
Eventually.
I will. But I just want you guys to not panic. It's going to be okay. Like, literally, all you have to do, take your supplements, be clean and healthy. You should be clean anyway.
This is just like a forcing you to do the thing that you already should
Yeah.
have fucking been doing.
The only thing that it will directly affect you by is you might have to go get a new job, but it's going to be okay. If you're right spiritually, then it's going to be okay. But like, look, there's crazy shit that's happening in this crazy world anyway.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 21 and I'm
Yeah, you're
filed
21?
for unemployment. Like,
Yeah.
there was this.
But are you panicking though?
No, absolutely not. Like, this is a time that for a very long time, for the past couple years, I've just been trying to manifest the clock to stop.
Yeah.
I've just been
For
trying
sure.
to just like,
Breathe.
yeah, like
Be
have
thankful.
a deep exhale.
Look, like you
And
have a house?
Yes, and I live in a house of creatives. All of my roommates, I have
Yeah,
a
for
roommate
sure.
that's a model. I have 2 roommates that do music. I myself am a writer. And
Mm-hmm.
for months, I've been complaining about the fact that I haven't had time to do the thing
And
that
now
I
you do.
love. And now I have nothing but time.
Life.
And that shit's so awesome that I can just sit down
For
and write.
sure.
And now I have a reason to write. Like, think about like utilizing this like crazy panic as a tool. Like,
Go read
I
a
can write
book.
so much fucking shit about this.
What do you write about? What's your cuz I graduated from MTSU for journalism. So I'm an
cool. I'm an English major.
Cool. Where you go to MT now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah. So typically, like, I write about just like the shit that goes on in my life, but I try to like realistically
more
put it
creative
through
stuff?
a fictional lens. Yeah.
Okay.
So very like Hemingway, very Hunter S. Thompson, very like.
I love Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh,
That
yeah.
man was crazy as fuck.
But
Whenever I was listening to a Joe Rogan today, and right before he died, he was so like, he did so many drugs. He was so like fucked up. Like he could barely even talk. That shit is awesome.
But they both did these very like Romana Cleef type writings to where they like wrote about their own personal experiences through this fictional lens. They changed names and like slight experiences to create this reality because they lived such crazy realities. And I
Yeah.
myself feel like I live this very like atypical reality that is very like storybook-esque sometimes.
Yeah, for
Especially
sure.
now. Like, this is not something that we would have ever expected to be our
Nah.
reality. This is very like
And it's crazy because we're at the like beginning of a new decade and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's an election year, and
so like of course this would happen now.
yeah, I know, right? I don't know. I mean, in the 20s, we were rearing toward the First World War, kind
Yeah.
of,
And the Great Depression was like
and the Great Depression.
it was outside of our view, but it existed there.
Yeah, it did. I like basically what I'm saying is like to my viewers is like, don't panic, don't go like robbing people and shit.
Don't buy all the toilet paper because some people need it.
Some people actually do it. Think about your grandma.
She needs that toilet paper.
No,
let
like,
her have it.
And like my grandma and my grandpa, like I can't even imagine. Like, my grandma's in pretty good shape. My grandfather, he's got COPD. He's
Oh,
real
yeah.
sick.
Oh my god, yeah.
And like he doesn't. First of all, he don't leave the house much now.
Anyways,
And
yeah.
like
and now
anyway,
he's absolutely
before,
not leaving
and
the
now
house.
he's definitely not. My grandma. Oh, my
We'll run to the
grandma's.
store like because a lot. I'm very thankful for the state of Tennessee because a lot of the places here have made that like first hour
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
day like
For
be senior
seniors.
citizen. That's really fucking cool. And my mom was talking about it in New York. She said they have like specific checkout lines for the elderly or for those that like the CDC has like chosen to be outside of the realm of like immune.
Yeah.
Come back with a snack.
We got Amari back in here. Oh, we got Connor in here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck you talking about?
Don't edit that out.
Oh,
Just
bro,
put
we
it
ain't-
in.
We ain't
Send
editing
it.
this out. We got about 15 minutes left in here, Connor. Yeah, man.
I just don't want this fucking crazy.
No, you're good, man. It's ASMR.
I got work in the morning. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, that's honestly.
Have a seat, bro. Tell us how you feeling real quick.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm. Give it.
Yeah.
Piss drunk. Got work. What time is it? Check the clock.
Time is 11:49 p.m.
That's not that bad, bro.
You got
5 hours. I got 5 hours to go to sleep.
Let's go.
And when you're drunk, let's go. When you're drunk, you don't get REM sleep, so I'm running off of no hours
you
of
really
sleep.
don't, bro.
Is that a thing?
Yes,
I don't know.
you should know that. He said, "Is that
so-
really a thing?" You should know that. You taught me some things on Instagram.
No, for real, Amari. I want you to be like a semi-weekly guest, bro. I really like, bro.
I'll be down, bro.
Literally, Amari.
Don't test
I
me.
want to say this even on camera, even though we said this before, bro. I'm sorry for blowing up your shit, bro, but like I really fuck with you, bro, and I really wanted to hear your like wise words. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I really wanted to hear like what you had to say in this. I mean, today.
I
Like,
I
bro,
literally did a thing
he's
for a
been-
while called
he's been
Wise
in the-
Words with Amari.
He's been in the.
That's crazy because
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
stop
even
that
know.
I
would
burped
stop
in the
that
mic. He's been in the backyard learning about Bitcoin.
You feel me?
We had a
I've been
we had a
investing.
wise
A
man back
lesson.
there.
Oh shit, dude!
We got,
Alright.
we got our
Slightlydaily.com.
slightlydaily.com. 100 subscribers are doing
This
a
video is
giveaway.
brought to you by Neck Baskets. They do things while you hold. Wait.
They
They
hold
hold
things-
things while you do things. If you want 20% off your next neck basket, go to www.slightlydaily.com/ neckbasket.com for your next 20% off.
This just popped in my
Wait,
head. Have
yeah,
you
go-
ever thought
This is
about
an ad
doing-
read, and I'm.
Slap.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Have you ever thought about making your own merchandise yet?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
coming, bro.
Okay, say
worry.
less. Say less.
Hey,
I'm on there. I'm
it's
in
funny
there.
that you
Be more
asked
quiet.
that, Amari. At 100 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. On
Ooh.
YouTube, I'm at 93 subscribers. At 100 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway, and it's going to be a secret mystery box.
a care package
So,
during the time of quarantine.
So,
Give
yeah,
me some toilet
exactly.
paper and some groceries, goddammit.
so, yeah, exactly. I'm going to be giving away some bunny bread and some peanut butter, and a butter knife.
Throw a bread knife in there and I'm fucking trying to get that shit.
I swear.
So, all right, we got about 15 minutes on here. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all have the floor. Is there anything that's been weighing on y'all's souls, weighing on y'all's brains lately? Anything y'all need
You know-
message y'all want to spread?
I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys.
Oh shit, no.
Yeah, let me get that last
I'm gonna hit this one.
What y'all think about these Sam Adams?
I really loved this.
It's really fruity, isn't it?
I love sours. They're one of my
These
favorite
are
beers.
limited edition.
I'm a like beer girl through and through. Like I'll drink any kind of beer,
yeah.
and I'm very excited.
Look,
by
it says
this.
right there, limited release.
Tartan Wild Ale.
It
There she is.
honestly, I was hoping for it to be a little bit more sour.
A little more stout.
No, sour. Because
Sour.
it's not as sour as like
'Cause
a
it's not
typical
as-
sour is.
Yeah, I feel
Because
that.
I
But it
love
is still
local
sour.
brews. This is an independent craft. Like,
Yeah.
thank you, Sam Adams, for doing your work. But
It's-
like,
it ain't it,
these
Chief.
Nashville sours that exist.
Ivy Torbett.
Bye.
But on some, hey, let me hit that.
I haven't hit it yet.
Oh, that's crazy. Anyways, no, you know what's been on my mind?
Yeah, what's been on your mind? We got about
Let us know.
12 minutes left, man. You're on the Slightly Daily Podcast, episode number 33. What does 2 3s mean to you?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Let them know.
Numerology
First,
and
Let
shit.
'em know.
bro. First of all,
Numerology.
let's talk about masonry and being like the 33rd degree.
My great grandfather was a 33rd degree Scottish Rite.
Oh shit.
I want to learn masonry, just without being a mason.
You gotta be invited. Apparently,
yeah, you do actually.
I have
You
some
do.
friends that do that shit. So
I mean, yeah, I have.
you gotta be invited. Apparently, it's like invite only.
My dad is a cop, right? And he said like a lot of black
Murfreesboro
people.
PD.
No, he's a state trooper.
Okay.
ooh.
And
My cousin, like I said earlier, my cousin was a. I don't think he was a state trooper. He was a Rutherford County.
So probably MPD or like
I
a
think it
sheriff.
was Murfreesboro sheriff. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah. So what were you saying about your dad?
Oh no, he was just telling me that like a lot of, for some reason I don't know why, but a lot of like black. I don't know if he was talking about officers in general or just state troopers, just happen to be Masons, and they have this like hand gesture that they
Yeah, they shake hands a certain way.
in a certain way, and they do like this little pop or something like that, and I do know that they ask you certain things like, are you a traveling man? I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Are you a travel, like if you're a traveling man, like you're a Mason, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But my father, he's not into that shit, so
He's not into that shit. Well, let me
Hell no,
put
my
it to you like
father's
this
a
though, bro.
very
They're not
Christian man.
discriminatory.
no,
It's
not
not
at
a
all.
white only thing.
Oh no,
Yeah, no,
not
of
at
course
all.
it's
They
not.
don't give a fuck
Not.
about religion
No,
or
bro.
anything like that. You can be,
They're
that's
actually
one of the
very,
things.
very philanthropic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're very like community oriented. They're very like, let's actually spread some love out here.
Yes, but that's the thing that
I
scares
wish
me.
I knew more about that.
I mean,
I
you can-
really-
There's
but
nothing
look,
to
you can-
know. You don't. You can't.
You can't unless you do.
unless you are
Unless you're
actually
in that shit. Like those texts I have, they don't tell you anything.
They don't tell you shit because you don't know that text.
because
You
they
don't
take
know.
like a oath to who God or whatever you believe
Whatever
in.
Whoever that
you-
They're
thing
like
is.
you. They take an oath to you. Whatever.
Shit, are you not God?
Yeah, we are all God, but I mean, yeah.
Individually, we all are God. Period. Point blank. End of story.
But yeah,
That's just crazy, bro.
that's crazy. So, what does your mother do?
My mother,
if
she's
you don't
she's a
mind me
nurse.
asking. A nurse.
She's a nurse.
Okay.
So like my mother is she's very. So I received all of my spiritual gifts, and yeah, some of them the followers are gonna be weirded out, but I don't give a fuck. I don't, and I'm drunk. I definitely
Be you.
don't give a fuck.
Be
feel me?
you.
So my mother, she is prophetic. My mother could meet you right now and tell you more shit about yourself. Not that you didn't know, but you wouldn't expect her to know
Be like,
off
"Whoa,
of the
you
first
knew
meeting.
that?"
Yeah, and I received those gifts as
cool.
well. Like I've even went on like Instagram and shit like that. Like I remember this one day, I don't know why, but I was just going through people's Instagrams. I made some posts or whatever, and I was just going through people's Instagrams who talked to me and telling them about themselves. And I legit, no lie, every single person was like, "That's crazy that you
That
like,
you knew that.
you feel me?" And I was,
Yeah.
I've never even met these people. I was just going off of the pictures, like, and not just the pictures, but also
What's
their
your
captions.
mom? Do you know
feel
your
me?
mom's birth chart?
I do not know my mom's birth
Do
chart.
you know what her star sign is?
Like her sun sign?
She's a Gemini. I'm
Oh,
a Gemini,
is she?
and yes.
Oh my god, that
My
makes
father,
so much sense.
my poor father grew up in the house with
Three
Two
Geminis
Geminis.
minimum.
because
Who's
I
your
have a
other?
twin sister is a
You have-
Gemini.
oh, you do have a twin. I've never met your sister, but that's
She
I always
met her
forget.
We were in a
Gemini.
house of Geminis. It was 4 of us today.
That's crazy.
Damn, you're a
She's
Gemini
a
We
too.
live in a house with 3 Geminis and a Capricorn.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I know one other Gemini. I think Zach, Devin's friend Zach. You remember?
Zach. Oh yeah.
He's a
No, yeah.
Gemini.
Me and him. Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 more because you were friends with Devon. He's a Gemini.
Devon's a Gemini.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives with us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We literally
Fuck.
all have like the same birth week.
That's
Within
fucking
6 days of
crazy.
each other, it is all 3 of us.
I'm Aries, Libra, Sagittarius.
Oh, you're an Aries?
Yes.
You're
Oh,
an
it's your
Aries?
time. It's your
Yes.
time.
I know. That's why I'm kind of freaked out right now because there's like global catastrophe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you been pissy lately? In Aries season?
Like-
I was really depressed today.
Depressed?
Today,
Today
but I've been alright.
specifically?
I've been okay, but today's been weird.
I don't know. Like,
I feel
Aries
like-
season has given me a lot of like anger in my body. Just
Yeah.
because I know it's like,
Again, I punched a wall last night. My shit is... honestly, look at my shit. Hold on, wait. Hold this.
yeah, I got you. That shit's
I
ugly.
see, bro. It's,
It's
swollen, right
as
there.
fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Aries season's it's been all right for me.
I'm glad.
My birthday's
I'm
next
just glad Pisces
Friday.
season is over.
Oh, next Friday?
Yeah, April 3rd. I'm a dead ass Aries.
Like right in the middle. No cusp. No nothing.
Right in the fucking middle.
That's me with Gemini. I am a Gemini through and through. Period. Point blank.
So, okay. So let me ask you this. Have you ever looked up... Do you know the difference between your tropical and Vedic astrology?
No, but I know my sun, moon, and rising.
That's probably in
I
tropical.
know it's
Tropical is what we use
Yeah,
for
whatever
Western.
that is. I know my sun,
Like
moon,
your
and rising.
co-star. Like yeah.
Yes. So Vedic astrology which I just found out a few months ago. Vedic astrology is the oldest form of astrology, and it's I think it's Hinduistic or however the fuck you say it. Who gives a fuck about words? They're all made up. Anyways, but your Vedic astrology is the oldest form of astrology, and it has to do with where the stars and planets actually are, not like tropical astrology. Tropical astrology is where the planets and stars appear to be due to our eyes, because light reaches the earth.
It takes a while.
It takes a
to
while,
get there.
so it's not yet. So it's not. It's based off.
It's
of,
not
so
exactly
like
where it looks like it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like my Vedic astrology, I believe that I am a Taurus in my sun.
My brother
and
is
then
a Taurus.
Yes, and then a Gemini in my moon and my rising. But in
That's
my
interesting.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
That's really
But
interesting.
I feel like I'm more of a Gemini. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah.
I got that shit tattooed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely do feel that. But it's I mean, it's cool to look into. It
Look,
doesn't mean
people
anything.
out there, if you don't know nothing
They're
about
like-
this,
they're like, what the
look it
fuck?
up.
Look up get the CoStar app. Get the CoStar app.
I swear.
Ask your mom for your birth time.
Yeah, your birth time. That's all you need to know, and your birthday. You're good.
And you good.
You're ready to go. You know where you were born. I know you do.
Yeah. Y'all got anything to say, Amari? You got anything to say before
Honestly,
we hop off here?
I
really appreciate y'all both.
That's
for
what I was
coming
about
on
to
here.
say.
Yeah,
I
thank you
just
so much for
really-
having us.
I just really appreciate you for like allowing me back on this again, and I appreciate our talks.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really appreciate people who differ from me. Like,
Because it gives you
You
like
feel
a
what I'm
different
saying?
perspective.
Yeah.
It gives you
Exactly.
a different side of that same coin that you already exist
exactly,
within.
like just hanging around people who always just view things the same as you.
It gets really
is-
boring. It gets really old.
Exactly, and just like fuck that shit.
I want to have a conversation. I want to ask a question and I want to get an answer.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Just have a conversation on here.
Yes, and anytime that you would like me
Yeah.
to be on here, bro, I'm so down. I will make time, just like I did
appreciate
tonight.
it.
We
you
have
I
nothing
coulda- I
but
coulda
time
went to
right
that-
now.
I coulda-
Right,
I could have went
exactly.
to that fucking party, bro. Fuck that party.
Yeah.
Like
Because that's
that
all
shit is
we've been
probably
doing.
still going on, and we could probably still go over there right now. Like,
But that's
fuck that
all we've been
party.
doing at the house is just
Just
having a party.
It's just
Yeah.
like no.
Even though it's
I'm-
just the four of us, we've been having a party.
Yeah, for sure.
And I definitely I really do. I'm not just saying that just because I'm
Well,
on camera. I really do.
I appreciate
you,
both of
bro.
you guys for coming on and kind of giving me a different perspective. This was episode 33 of the Slightlee Daily Podcast. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We're on there at Slightlee Daily. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.